Hi folks, doing? I'm Hero of None. Welcome to the Mundus Minute for September 9th, 2019. News, luxury, and golden merchant information all in a few minutes. First up in the news. Imperial City event is underway and you can get double Telvar, double key drops, and double drops for almost any mob. In addition to that, you have a higher chance to get your Scamp Pet and Shoulshroden skin, so use up those keys if you haven't already. To get tickets for this event, you'll either have to defeat the final boss in either of the dungeon for Imperial City, or kill roaming bosses on the streets or sewers. Also for this event, Imperial City is now free and for the foreseeable future, but just in case, log in, go to your crown store, buy it, and pick it up. It's going to be free. You're going to get it in all the other good stuff with it too. Also, there's a new Crown Store showcase on eltros.com. I'll be linking it down below in the comments. Now, for the merchant stuff. Oh, and just to show as well, Imperial City, as you can see here, is free. You just right-click that, purchase the bundle, you'll get all that good stuff with it. So first up, in the luxury, a bunch of Craglorn stuff. Regular chair, serpent, coffer, ornate, display case, an urn, and a Neardic orb ritual. And on the golden merchant, for 150k, you can get a plague doctor ring, which is health, healing taking, and adds 3000 maximum health. This used to be a pretty meta set for tanks before the last patch for elsewhere. Now it's gotten a bit of a nerf with that 5-piece bonus. It's still good for starting tanks, but it just simply doesn't deliver as much as some of the other sets out there. But if you're a starting tank, you might want to grab this. 150k, rough if you want to get it or not. But if you want to get the set in the purple version, go to Deshaun and do some dolmens for a little while. You'll pick it up in no time. Vanus's ring, Magica, Magic Recovery, Magica, and when you land a fully charged heavy attack, you gain major mending for 3 seconds, increasing your healing done by 25%. This duration is increased by the Restoration Staff passive of Essence Drain when used on a Restoration Staff, and it's the Sigil. This comes out of Somerset, not really a real meta set. I would not recommend getting this, unfortunately. That major mending, I don't see anyone ever using it because you have so many other sources for it and you already have it coming from the restoration. Yes, this does enhance it, but usually just major mending in 1 or 2 casts or something and somebody's up to full health anyways, so pass on that probably. Pillars of Nirn for 250k. Stamina, weapon critical, weapon damage, and when you deal damage, you have a 10% chance to cause a fissure under them, dealing 2,660 physical damage to all enemies in 2.5 meters, and causing them to bleed for an additional 13,100 physical damage over 10 seconds. Like if I concur once every 10 seconds. Don't recommend it. You're probably better off with the Savage Werewolf set coming out of, I believe it's Silverdawn Keep. The bleed damage here is just not that much over 10. So if you want to see, like, that's 1300 every second there, and then that much, and you also have a 10% chance, and it's after 1 second, so they can easily dodge. Plus that meter is like 2.5 meters. That's barely anything, so probably pass on that. Sunderflame, stamina, weapon damage, weapon critical, and when you deal damage with a fully charged heavy attack, you deal an additional 4,800 flame damage and apply minor and major fracture on the enemy, reducing the spell and physical resistance by 1,300 for 8 seconds. A set that I used to love using, but not when they changed it over to use minor breach and minor fracture. This used not to be using the minor debuffs here. But when they changed it, that means that you have other sources that can do that same one and will overwrite that. In addition to that, when you're using a stamina melee DPS type of build, you don't want to be doing flame damage because you're using physical penetration, not spell penetration. So that's going to get nerfed with any type of mitigation the enemy has. So another one to pass on, especially at 250k. Per 100k, Choke Thorns Paladrones, which is used for a healer set, and Balgrone's E-Pulse, which is used kind of for a PvP set, which gives you more weapon damage and spell damage based on the ultimate that you have. Don't bother with this. Go off, do your daily pledges, get the keys. If you really want these sets, get them from the coffers. Just don't bother with this. It's just not worth it. 100k for this? If it's a helmet, yes, but if it's the shoulders, don't bother. Anyways, that's Hero of None. That's the Mundus Minute. See y'all in Tamriel.